know, I do what I do with the support of you. So thank you, Beth. Appreciate you. And each of you, thank you so much for being here, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube or you're here with us on Zoom. I am so happy that all of you are here. Everybody on Zoom, say hi to everybody on Facebook and YouTube. I always love that. It's so much fun. So I'm just starting a couple minutes early because we're going to be here for about an hour. And I just want to talk about really quickly why we're here. And the biggest reason is that the council, many of you have heard the council talk about this or myself talk about this for many years now about our divine design. And so the council and I did a workshop last year in Tucson. That was a live workshop. And they said, we got to do this again virtually because there was a lot of people that just couldn't make the Tucson event. And so we are going to be doing it over May 6th and May 13th. So open up your calendars and see if that works for you. If it doesn't, because I've had several people talking, client that I was with today in my casita and others that have reached out to Beth and Kim, if for whatever reason you cannot make that live, of course it is recorded and you get the recordings of it. And as you're going through it, this is a workshop. This is a time that's dedicated for you to literally design what you want in all four aspects of your life, which the council is going to talk about. So welcome as everybody's coming in. So we have the Divine Design Workshop, May 6th and 13th from 8 until 11:30 Pacific time or 11 to 2:30 Eastern time. Now, if you're on a different time zone, you'll just kind of have to check out, maybe go to time zone converter and see what that is for you. But like I said, it is going to be recorded and it is a workshop. It is a time for you to really cut out a chunk of time for you to not only decide, get clear on what you want in this next phase of your life, but to really connect you with the energy and to activate it within you. And there will also be some worksheets that will be provided to not only help you get clear on the 4 different aspects of your divine design, but again, help you activate it. And so the first day, May 6th, hello, everybody, welcome that are coming in. May 6th will be on the first 2 aspects of our divine, which is well-being and wholeness and abundance. And then the next Saturday, it is success and then loving and supportive relationships. So each week we're going to be doing 2 aspects of our divine design, crafting it, deciding it, connecting with that future self that's already in the quantum field. And to be able to, we talked on the Win-Win Women show today, that you feel the having of that part of you. This has been for me in my growth over the past 20 plus years, 28 something years, working with my future self, working with that version that already has and is living in that quantum field, connecting with that part of me. It's been amazing. There's been so many different times where I walk in a room and go, oh my gosh, I visualized this. I crafted this and I created it. And so it's important. You might have done this before. You might have done this in different variations, but it's always good because we're always evolving. We're always shifting. We're always changing. So I just invite you, if you feel called to do it, you can. Beth, I'm sure, is putting the links, but for those of you that need them, you can go to christywhitman.com/your, YOUR, dash divine, and divine is spelled DIVINE dash design. So christywhitman.com/your dash divine dash design. So this is the Your Divine Design workshop, and it's inviting all of you to be there. So we have a couple of fun bonuses, as we always do. The first 10 registrations receive a bonus, which is a Q&A with the council. We just set the date. I'll have to look and see what that date is, but I believe it is in June. I think we picked, Beth. But we'll let you know. But the normal abundance exchange for this is $797. but we are bringing it to all of you for $397 until Tuesday the 2nd, and then it goes up to $497 and then continues. So because we're doing this masterclass and we're all here, it's an abundance exchange of $397. And the other thing that we're going to be doing, excuse me, is we are all registrations, everybody that registers, when you enter into register for this workshop, we're also going to be doing a drawing to take place during the very first workshop. And we are going to be drawing a 60-minute one-on-one session with Christy and the council, with myself and the council, mainly the council. And so this is $1,000 value that someone's going to win as you enter. So without further ado, I am going to turn it over to the amazing council. I'm going to get a little sip of water. Just enjoy what they speak of, but more importantly, enjoy the energy as you really feel your way into the energy and the expansiveness of it. Just being here tonight or even listening to the recording at a later date, it really has the potential of, when you allow yourself to receive this, to really shift into something. So something that maybe you're marinating on, or you're spiraling in, or something that you're maybe pushing against. If you just allow yourself to surrender what that may be, and allow yourself to come into an allowance, an opening for this greater energy. And I'll see you all on the other side. Enjoy. We are here, and all of you are here. So since you're here and we're here, let's have a party. Let's have a light party. Let's talk about some spiritual truths with a capital T. Let's just ask all of you, are you aware that you have a nose? Yes, where is it? You can see it. Are you aware that you are a physical body? You've got fingers, you've got toes. We don't see any of you with any beaks or tails or wings of any kind. Nobody has any snouts. It's a nose. Well, you are human. You're designed that way. Now, what's interesting is all of you, none of you have 3 arms or 3 legs. There is a divine blueprint beyond genetics, a blueprint for what is a human being. Just like you would know a dog is a dog, a cat is a cat, a human is a human, a bird is a bird, an acorn is an acorn. It is divinely designed. And all of you can say, yes, I have a nose. Clearly, none of you have 2 noses. None of you have 2 mouths. Thank goodness for some of you, right? Christy's family would say, oh, thank goodness for that. You all have 1. You have 2 eyes, 2 ears. None of you have 3 eyes other than your 3rd spiritual eye. It is divinely designed this way, blueprinted. Now, all of you can be in agreement with everything we've just said because you can sense it, you can touch it, you can see it. That's truth. But what none of you, unless you have really worked with this, understood this, have practiced this, from just the 2 eyes that you have, do not see that there is a spiritual, energetic, geometric patterning for and your divine design for 4 specific areas in your life. Now, we will list them and then we will talk a bit about them. The first one is wellness, wholeness. You scrape your arm, what happens? your body naturally creates a scab. Christy's oldest son just took a tumble down the mountain last Saturday, came back scraped up on his forearm and his knee. He's fine. And his hip. But what's happening is he is healing. You can see it. Once again, like the nose on your face, you can see, you have the memory, either it happened to you or you saw somebody else scrape their arm, their leg, their whatever. And what happened? A scab. The cells generating to create a healing. And then after the scab, what happens is the scab falls off. If you do not pick at it, some of you did as children and thought it was pretty nifty. What happened? Well, the scab comes off and then it has to start all over again. As long as you do not interfere, you do not put resistance, and even when you do, the skin naturally heals itself. Well, all of you have seen your nose in a mirror. Have you actually seen your heart? Have you seen your lungs? Unless you got one of those doctors took a picture of it. You had a heart scan or you got lungs taken pictures of. But can you actually see your lungs or your heart or your stomach or your intestines? No. You just trust because you've been told, you've been shown diagrams that these are different body parts that you have. You've got a brain, you've got spinal cord, you've got blood. You can see the blood if you cut yourself. Inside of your body is blue, outside it's red. So part of your divine design is the same way the skin heals itself when it gets hurt, when it gets out of alignment, best way to say it, when there's contrast that happens, something unwanted. Each of you are designed to be in the cellular regeneration and therefore the wholeness and the well-being of your body. No matter what you have, no matter what you've been diagnosed with, no matter if you have a pain or a discomfort. We have seen people through these years and beyond that have come back into alignment with this natural well-being and lost a lot of weight, 30, 40 pounds, and kept it off. We've seen people lose pain, physical pain, mental pain, emotional pain by coming back in alignment with their natural well-being and wholeness. People that have been scheduled for surgery allowed themselves to release what was resisting and creating the pain or the misalignment, came back in alignment and did not need surgery. Many people who have had lifetimes of migraines healed, no more. What is this phenomenon? Why did Jesus Christ, for example, look at someone that had leprosy or other diseases or couldn't walk and allowed them in his presence to then be free and to have mobility? It is because he resonated the truth that you are well. It is how each of you were designed, just like that nose on your face. Now, what sets you out of alignment with that wellness, we haven't even talked about the wholeness yet. That's a fun one too. This is just part one of your divine design. In that space of wellness, as you vibrate and radiate that wellness, as you allow it in, as you are allowing yourself to be there, you can heal allergies, discomfort, any modalities, as long as your consciousness is inviting in and receptive to your original nature. It takes you more energy to push against what you are not. That's the exciting thing. When you decide to come back into alignment with well-being of your whole entire bodies, and you have 4, mental, emotional, physical, and energy, when you allow yourself to come back into alignment with that well-being, well-being is what you receive. It doesn't matter if you pulled your back out before. It doesn't matter if the doctor said, well, you've got this and there's no cure. It doesn't matter. Divine energy is higher. It is designed that way. Now, this is just one aspect. You have wholeness. What is wholeness, Council? Well, you are enough, worthy, significant, important. You are deserving. You are here. There's evidence that you are. You already won the race. That soul, with all the souls that want to say, my turn, I want to come down and take a body. Here you are. On a biological level, your sperm won. So you're a double winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You're here. And every moment is a moment to allow in that choice, that free will, allowing in that fullness, that wholeness that is part of your divine design. Nothing is missing for you to have a thriving, fun-filled, pleasant experience. It doesn't matter what came before. It only matters your resistance to what came before. You let go of the resistance and come back into the wholeness of this present now moment in which your divine design and your entire stadium of light, more support than any of you can ever conceive in your brains, in your human experience, that wholeness, that support, that completion, that fulfillment is yours now and forever. That's part of your divine design. So as Christy was mentioning, we are doing a workshop where we are going to look at these different aspects of your divine design. And we recommend, whether you get to attend this or not, we recommend that you take time thinking about. Now, those of you that are like, I'm in council, I'm going to register, I've already registered, I'm going to be there. Still, take the time. We're going to go deeper into the workshop. But as you think about, what are you feeling lack in that you don't feel you have fullness or wholeness in? Write that down. Write what you want to have fullness and wholeness in. If you have parts of you that are in pain, what would you like instead? Craft it, write it down. We want you to write it down. And the more you do before the workshop, the more there is to energize and collaborate with, and the deeper you can go. But when you write something down as a desire in the positive, not what you don't want, but what you do want, you now have a physical manifestation of it. This is your first creation of that experience in this world, in this third dimension. So, the lean, fit body, write it down. Don't write down, I want to lose 30 pounds. Because now you're focused on what you want to lose, and there's the push against. I want to feel sexy. I want to feel attractive. I want to feel fit. I want to be more mobile. I want to have better lung capacity. I want to be free in my body. I want to be back fully in wellness and wholeness. I want to have flexibility. I want extra vitality and energy. Write it down. Write it down. And next, we move on to, and this is something, again, we're going to not only drill down into, we're going to do this at a workshop level. We're going to activate it. We're going to energize it. We're going to activate not only the pleasure centers about each of these different aspects of your life, but we are going to connect you to a part of you in that many people are talking about the multiverse that exists for you. We like to call it the quantum field, where you are already in the having of it. You are energized with it. You are living it. Well, the next aspect of your divine design is abundance. You're all designed to be abundant. Want us to prove it? Okay. You have tens of trillions of cells right now in your body. You're abundant. Your body is made abundant. The amount of thoughts you have in a day, abundant. The amount of breaths you take in a day, abundant. The amount of heartbeats, the amount of pulsations of your blood throughout your body, all of it abundant. We could go on and on and on. Your universe, although many would like to say you have lack or there's not enough, do you know that there is so much water and oceans that as many years and decades as people have been trying to explore the oceans, they haven't even touched the surface. There's so much, and there's so much wildlife, and there's so much different species just in the waters. Think about the deserts and the grains of sand at the beach. Oh, the galaxies, the stars in the sky. Last night at 3 o'clock in the morning, Christy and her family were woken up to a fire alarm. And it was loud. And so Christy called the fire department. They said, take everybody outside. And it was chilly outside. So they got in the car. The dog was shaking, calmed the dog down. Everybody hunkered in, two boys in the back seat, Christy in the front. But before they got in, Christy went, oh my God, look at that sky. The stars were incredible. And she just had to pause and look around and go, oh, thank you. Wow. The abundance of that. Evidence of that. Everything was fine with the house, and it was just an alarm thing going off, and all was well. Christy was funny, though. The fire truck pulls up, and if you know Christy a little bit, and some of you will totally understand this, she says to her boys, ooh, the firemen are coming. I hope they're hot. And then they came out, and she goes, ooh, that one is. So she enjoys the abundance of good-looking people. So anyways, the abundance in your universe. It's evident everywhere. When you look to seek the abundance, you find more abundance. It's your true nature. Have you ever noticed that when you're in lack, you get an abundance of lack? Oh, why is that? Because your universe, the very essence of your universe, is abundant. It's your divine design. And like well-being, as you allow yourself to be in that flow of abundance and come into alignment with that abundance of what you want, not of what you don't want, you get more of the same. Now let's pause for a moment and talk about abundance, because we've just given you many different ways that you in your own experience are abundant. The universe in which you live in is abundant. And many people think, oh, abundance means money. Well, it's part of it. Sure. Financial abundance? Sure. But what about the abundance of support, or the abundance of compassion, or patience, or kindness, or fun, or joy? What about all those parts of you that have a lifetime of pushing against lack, or have felt struggle? All of those parts are pushing against the abundance, are not allowing in the abundance. You are divinely designed. Yes, there's variety. Yes, there's people out there that do stuff that don't feel good. Yes, all of you, every single one of you, none of you get out of this alive. And therefore, you have people in your lives that you care about that transition. Well, when you have that level of contrast, how do you then come back into your alignment with your abundance, with your compassion? There's an abundance of compassion. There's an abundance of freedom. There's an abundance of opportunities. There's an abundance of clients. There's an abundance of everything that you focus your awareness, consciousness, attention, what you speak, what you think, what you feel, what you visualize. It's abundant. We're going to help you ground that and really anchor that in, and shift off of the struggle, the drama, the chaos, the push against this, the resistance, to come back in your natural well-being of abundance. Many of you are feeling your way into this right now. So, in the area of abundance, what would you like more of? Notice the areas where you feel you don't have that support. You don't have that kindness. You don't have that love. You don't have that more of financial. You don't have that flow. Write down the opposite of what you want in abundance. Really important. Some of you know that Christy went with her husband a couple nights ago. They went to the Journey concert, and they took a journey to go see Journey. They went to Palm Springs. They drove there, saw the concert, had a really wonderful night together, woke up in the morning and drove back home, because they have an abundance of energy. And they had abundance of support to be with the kids and the dog. And they intended to have an abundance of fun. And boy, did they. And even at this concert, there was Frederick and Christy. They were next to the aisle. They had the outer seats in the middle section. And then there was a couple next to them. And then there was another man, and he was with another man. So if you imagine the 2-2-2, couple, Christy, Frederick, couple, and then man. So this man, we'll just call him man, couple and man. The man had some things to drink, and he was having a good old time. He's so much of a good old time, he wasn't aware of his own physical body and kept coming into the other man's space. And the man, who was not having a good time with this, kept saying to him, "Can you scoot over? Can you stop flailing your arms?" And finally, Christy heard this couple, this man, say to the woman, "I want to leave." And she thought, "Why would you want to leave? I'm not focusing on you." And she goes, "No, I want to stay." So she's hearing this as she's watching the concert and listening, having a great time. And so she continued to focus on the concert and have a great time. And then all of a sudden, the man that had drank a lot, he says to the man that was now annoyed in the couple, shut the F up. And he's screaming at him. And it got both Frederick and her attention. It was like, and Christy, and they started having words. And Christy leaned over to her husband and said, uh-oh. And he goes, stay with me. Focus on the fun we're having. Focus on the concert. Focus on the song. Oh, yes, yes. I'm not going to focus on the contrast. Okay, good idea. And so they all sat down and there was a piano solo. So Christy, feeling that she's very sensitive to energy, allowed herself to feel the compassion of having witnessed this, and then sent this compassion. And remembered she has an abundance of compassion, not only for them, but she allowed the compassion to go into the whole entire stadium. And then, as many of you that have been around for a while, let herself feel the energy of the stadium of light. Once again, abundance, abundance of support, abundance of joy, abundance of all that you need, abundance of wholeness, abundance of well-being. The couple eventually left. As they were leaving, the one threw beer on the other one, and Christy went, oh, that was not nice. But again, let it go. There's contrast, even at a Journey concert. How can someone just have a nasty old time when you're at a concert and it's supposed to be fun? Because all of you have your own free will and choice. That man that was in the couple got so annoyed that he chose to focus on the contrast and what was annoying him instead of the reason he came. So, all of you, in any of the contrasts that you're experiencing in your life, when things are not flowing, it's the difference between having the contrast and the resistance to the contrast. The difference between Christy and that man was she noticed the contrast. She let herself feel the compassion for noticing the contrast, said compassion to them for being in the contrast, but free will individual. He got more focused on being out of the alignment of the fun and the reason he wanted to go to this concert. They left early and ruined their night. So that's always your free will and choice. The abundance awaits you, the abundance of fun, the abundance of joy, the abundance of, oh, dare we say it, pleasurable experiences, even when others are vibrating around you and not having a pleasant experience. Okay, we continue. Abundance and well-being and wholeness is the first part of the workshop. The second week of the workshop are the two other aspects of your divine design. Success. Now, many of you have your own definition of what it means to be success, or to be full of success, to be successful. You are designed to have an idea, a preference, a passion, something you love to do, something that gives you pleasure, and to find the success, to have the best possible outcome. So you can have success in a conversation. As we described that scenario that happened at the concert, Christy was successful in turning her attention to what felt good to her instead of what didn't. That's a success. You could have someone in their own negativity and you remain neutral. and that maybe you give compassion to yourself and others, and you don't get caught up or get your buttons pushed or have someone get your goat, that's successful. You get to define what success looks like for you. Now, some of you also like to think, and that's great too, inner success, outer success. Some of you think of, well, if I reach this amount of dollars in my bank account, that's a success. But in order to reach those dollars in your bank account, you can't feel like you're not successful and then try to think that, oh, that's a success, because it's about you in the fulfillment. Remember, the wholeness in your journey. As Christy and Frederick got in the car, and they were on a limited time because it was between 2 quantum energy mastery courses, they had fun, connection, joy, creativity. And that was a success. Got there with plenty of time to easily get into their timeshare or their hotel and to eat something and be there present to then teach the class. Success. The journey and the energy of success and what you allow in creates more success. Some of you might think, well, when I have X amount of clients, then I'll be successful. When I get that promotion, then I'll be successful. When I get this property sold, or I buy that house, or I go on that vacation, or I get my kids off to college, or my kids thrive in life, or I get my kids married, or my kids have this, or then that's success. Success is not a destination. It's an energetic alignment and connection that is available to you right now. Now, it's interesting because, and we've been bringing this forth in a lot of our more intimate configurations with clients. Many of you, as you were reaching for some type of success, going for something, and it didn't happen the way you envisioned it or wanted it, so then you said, oh, well, I'm disappointed. That wasn't successful. I didn't succeed. And so you learn to, I don't want to feel that again. I don't want to feel that disappointment. So you push against the disappointment. So you almost avoid putting yourselves out there to be successful, because that created a lot of pain when you didn't hit the mark. And so all of you are either, in every subject in your lives, you're either seeking and moving towards things that please you, or you're avoiding pain, which is the resistance. I'm avoiding the failure. Or some of you even have a notion of, if I have such level of success, and we're not saying this isn't real for some of you, maybe you reached a level of success, shined your light really bright, and you had someone that was jealous of you. So you said to yourself, well, that level of success, that's not, I'm not going to shine my light that bright and be that successful, because then it's going to light up others around you. So I'll just push against being that successful. Some of you have more fears about being successful than you do fears of not being successful, when it's your divine design, dear ones, to be successful. And to look for, to allow in those small successes. Itchy nose. When you bake a cake, when you create a meal, when you complete the laundry, when you pay the bills, when you do all those things, those are a moment for you to celebrate those successes. Christy was talking to one of her best friends, Elisa. It was her daughter that took care of the boys. And she was telling Elisa, you know, you've done an amazing job. Both your girls are just really wonderful human beings, and they're very sweet. And Bella is just really conscious and super wonderful and very, very, very sweet and really responsible, and was going on and on about her daughters. And said, you know what, from one mom to another mom, give yourself a big high five, because you've done and are doing a really good job. Celebrate those successes. There's so many. Each moment is ripe for each of you to gather in that energy, those gold nuggets of success, to allow yourself to be expanded in that, to not shrink anymore for fear of what others will do with your success. You are here to shine your light and to shine it bright. And each of you with your own pleasures, by the way, reactivating the pleasure centers in each of those aspects of your divine design. Instead of, it's like a teeter-totter, activate the pleasure centers, you deactivate the push against the resistance to the abundance, to the success, to the well-being, and of course, to the love. Highest vibration in the universe, it is your birthright. No matter what your birthing experience was, no matter what the situations or circumstances with your parents that came together, whether it was a one-night stand or a oopsie or a planned thing, or it was a felt of abandonment, or whether you had adoption, or whatever your birth situation was, each of you, every single last one of you, was created in love, or you would not be here. It is your divine design. We say, and you'll hear us say this tonight, every time we depart, we remind you, and we will continue to remind each and every one of you, that you are infinitely loved. That is the truth. Your soul. We had a client today asking us all different questions about the soul and what it does and what is for journey and all that. Your soul is love. Its purpose is to love. It chooses so it can expand in love. It's your divine design to love. First, to love yourself. And many of you have been trained against that. Oh, don't be selfish. Don't think of yourself. Think of everybody else. You got to worry about everybody else before you worry about yourself. Love. Christy has said for decades, what you feel about yourself is what you will create from others. And it doesn't mean those people that are boastful and those people that seem arrogant, that's not love. That's not a genuine sense of love. And with love comes security, comes stability, comes confidence, power, wisdom, intuition. And it's your divine design. It's not conditional. You do this, then I love you. If you get a good grade, then you get atta girl, atta boy, then you get the adoration, you get the attention. None of that. This kind of love, your divine love, your birthright love, your divine design of love is forever flowing, always present, never ends, can't be taken from you. It's not conditional. It's not. And when you can allow yourself to feel and harmonize with that level of love and to feel that level of support, because it's loving and supportive relationships, first with your divine, second with yourself, and from there, dear ones, with everybody else, from your neighbors to the people sitting at the Journey concert, to everybody else, your brothers, your sisters, your mothers, your fathers, your in-laws, your outlaws, everyone, even the neighbors. We said months ago to a woman that was in a marriage for a long time, was ready to leave the marriage and was very wanting to because she felt it was destructive and abusive mentally, emotionally. And we said, it's possible for you to find, not only possible or probable, it's inevitable if you are willing to find your connection with your own love and then be able to leave the marriage with love. And she said to us back then, there's no way. And we said, well, if you believe there's no way, that will be your experience. But if you are willing to first find that compassion, which neutralizes you from all the other lower level emotions, which is a opener to love. Your soul knows compassion and love. When you allow yourself to find that, then, dear one, you can love him. And today she told us, I didn't believe you. I didn't believe it was possible, but I was willing. And I honestly now feel the love, the appreciation, the gratitude for him, and have decided that not being in this marriage anymore is not what fulfills me. It's not what I'm guided to, but we're doing it from a place of love. Now, divorce may not be the thing that is right for you, or you might be single and wanting to attract love, or you might be, no one should ever get a divorce. Everybody has their own unique, but as long as you're in alignment and you are doing things from a place of love and you're guided in love and you feel good in love, you're in your divine design. So, write down what you want in the areas. What do you find successful? Christy laughs with her husband. As long as they can go through a night and agree on the temperature so that she can have her energy surges and he can also not have to wear a fur coat while they sleeps, that's success. So it's in your daily interactions. It could be, hey, this just came up and this needs it, and you're looking for solutions and then you find one. Christy had literally a fire alarm last night in the middle of the night, but then before she was going on to her Win-Win Women, got a phone call from her husband and there was another so-called fire situation, fire alarm, and she went, all right, what's the solution? What can we do? Let me take care of that. Boom, success. What are your successes? Flow with that energy of success. Ignite that success. What does loving and supportive relationships look like to you, not just outside of you, but with you and your entire support team, your stadium of light. Imagine all of you are standing on the center, in the center of a game board. Remember the game of life? You go in your little car and you collect people as you drive in your car. Well, this is the game of your divine design. This is truly the game of your life. And it starts in the center with you connected, starting point with you in your light. And light is available to you, not when you do, or when you meet, or when you get, or when you achieve. It's available to you now. It's the breath that you breathe. Breathe in, everyone. Just take a nice, deliberate breath in. Imagine you are breathing in light. And that light illuminates all the parts of your body. And when you breathe out, you're breathing out light. Breathing in light, breathing out light. Your divine design is easy to align with because it's the very nature of who you are and how you were created. Just as easy as it was for you just to take in that breath. Light. Light is available. And what you do in your consciousness with that energy and how you direct it to those aspects of your life, well, that's what you then get. In the situations, in the circumstances, in the events, in the people, in the relationships, in all of the things that you then attract into your life. We are thrilled as more and more of you receive in light, accept in your light. You know how it is when you're excited about a gift and you want to give a gift to somebody. When you give a gift and someone graciously receives it, oh, that's wonderful. I love this. Thank you so much. It's a gift to you too. But if you're excited about something and you attempt to give someone to someone, they're like, geez, thanks, don't want that. Your divine expands and has enjoyment in seeing you delight. It's a gift to the divine. The entire universe expands with your pleasure, with your delight, with you returning, aligning, connecting, breathing, creating, designing from your original nature of well-being and wholeness, of abundance, of success, and of loving and supportive relationships. So, write down. When you write it down, write down what you want, not what you don't want. And we'll take it deeper and we'll see. We'll see you in the workshop. Surrounding all of you in light and reminding each and every one of you, this is not just la lip service. This is true. Feel it, receive it. You are infinitely loved. Be well, dear one. Allow yourselves to receive a nice downpouring of light. Thank you, Council. Letting every single in your cell, every single cell in your body just fill up with light. Like all of your cells are like tiny cups just receiving in light. Taking a deep breath in and releasing your breath. How's everybody doing? Thanks, Sue Ellen. Thanks, Tina. Thanks, Duncan. Love it. Well, I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you so much for being here. This is the most amazing community. I'm so grateful. Oh, Wade. Hi, Terry. Yay. I've seen a lot of you that were on here afterwards. Laurent. Oh, it's so good. Just love all of you so much. Just grateful. Thank you for your trust. It's just an honor. I'm just so grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. And if you need more information, I'm sure Beth has put in the links into the chat, but it's christywhitman.com/your-divine-design. So appreciate you all and see you very soon. Thank you, everybody. Have a magnificent night. Bye, everyone.